Hello, lovelies. Welcome to the tour, our brand new tour of Knit School. So this is the Knit School homepage. So you can come here via knitschool.co.uk or directly at learn.knitschool.co.uk. And you will see this is our homepage. So this tells you a little bit about Knit School and about me. I should really change that picture, but it's one of my favorites of myself. And here at the top, you will see lots of different things. So you'll see the podcast, you'll see what's inside, and that's if you're not a member. And then freebies and resources, there's some extra stuff that we are adding at the moment so that you can kind of get to know us before you join if you fancy it, or you can get to know us and join at the same time. So as a Knit School member, you will have a sign in button or you'll already be signed in. So I've signed in. I can see all of my account details, get support and stuff here in this list. But the main and most important thing is the My Dashboard. Click on My Dashboard and this will take you into show you everything that you have access to in Knit School. So I'm a full member and I also have a few extra bits because I'm always testing things in Knit School. And here you have all of the courses that are available to you. So if you bought a single course, you'll see it in here, or if you are a Knit School member, you will see everything that you have as part of it. And you'll see that you have lace, brioche, cables, toe-up socks, continental knitting with Anakin. Now, Hack Your Colour Work is actually an annual member class only. It's a little secret gift that you get, but it's not that much of a secret. It's in the joining page. Top-down sweaters, brioche basics, the lace of Brona, more cables of Brona. So we have all our classes are all here together, generally in the order that they were delivered, although some of it depends on when I was moving them around. Down here in the right-hand corner, I have a little pop-up that tells you when we add new stuff. So this is when we did our April knit along patterns were there, our brioche pattern was in the brioche masterclass, April masterclass, which was double knitting. So that's that class here. And then here we have our May masterclass, which is now live, and that is playing color with Lisa. So that is awesome. So you get that. So it'll tell you what's new and I add to that as we kind of go along. You can then sort along here. So things you haven't started, things that are in progress, things you've completed. I haven't completed that many. Don't know if I need to, considering that I wrote most of them. Plus, I don't always mark them off as complete. I would definitely encourage you to do that though, because you get certificates and badges at the end if you do complete your courses. So, yep, those are there. You can sort them all or you can see them. You can also search and that'll bring back for particular classes. So then where do you go next? Here on the left side of the screen, we have classes by category. So these are kind of some of your Welcome to Knit School, which I have so that you can see this tour. And I have both of them because I changed them quite a bit. And Learn to Knit is one of our masterclasses as well that you can get access to when you join as well, because I think they're all the best way to get started with Knit School. You then have latest releases, which will show you our brand new classes. So these are our most recent classes and also the patterns that we had for the March knit along. So March is a knit along, April was double knitting, May was playing with colour with Lisa, and then in June, we will be having finishing school. Generally, a class, and then a month of knitting along. But also you can knit along with the classes as well, depending on what we're doing. You have core libraries, and in our core libraries, you have our pattern library and you have our core techniques library. And also we put the patterns in there as well, so they're easy to find. Pattern library is filled with lots of great things. And I'm currently working on a page that will show you a whole layout of that, but there's lots and lots of different patterns in there. And if you are an annual member, you'll also have a annual member library as well, which has some extra patterns in it. Core Techniques library is where I link out to all of the masterclasses so that you can find the individual techniques as well, kind of at a one look. Something I work on all the time, and I also do kind of updates to it by request as well. Then I've divided them out into key knitting skills, cable knitting, lace knitting, socks, adding colour, and all of those are just so that you can find what you want really quickly as well. So it depends on what you want to make at any one time. Adding colour, of course, is just all of our different colour options. So brioche, colour school 1, colour work and steeking. So we have lots of colour in here. We then have annual member bonuses. So you get 2 one-to-ones with me so that I can get you out of knitting trouble. And you have Hack Your Colour Work with Marna from Ancotty Bjog. It's the bonus masterclass. I have another masterclass that I think I'm going to add in here as a bonus for annual members only. Not yet, but I think the dye workshop with Lisa is going to become an annual member only bonus as well. Last thing then is my Refer a Friend to Knit School. So people who refer friends get a little percentage of their annual or monthly subscriptions as well. It's just my way of saying thank you for referring a friend. Something new that's on the way then, we'll close that up, is the Journeys in Knitting. Now, this is something that I'm working on, and Knit School is 2 years old at the end of this month, so I'm very excited. And in that time, a lot has happened. So we started with one masterclass, and now we have all of these masterclasses. And I'm currently working on some journeys that you can go on to kind of explore different skills and techniques in a way that kind of makes sense. So I've started them, and these are kind of the order in which I would do these classes. So kind of all the things I think that kind of build you up to kind of your core skills after you've learned to knit. And then I have another 12 months, so kind of the next advanced level. But that is all on the way as something that I develop. And Knit School is always evolving. I like to listen to what my members tell me they want, and I like to get that done. But this is a work in progress at the moment. Also, as a member of Knit School, you get 3 Knit and Natters a week and the Facebook group, and they're all linked again from here. So everything you need is right here in this. So anytime you want anything, you just pop in here, find it, and then you can either stay here and watch some of the classes, and then you can also go across to the links to the Facebook group and to the Knit and Natters. Taking a class is pretty easy. We will just pop in here to the short rows class, just pop in, see what's inside. And they're all here, so you have a welcome. We do booklets with most of them, so just pause this. We do some live Q&As as well. We do a live Q&A every Tuesday, or we do Technique Tuesday. So there's always something live happening on Tuesday if you have a question. You get a booklet and you get some swatches. So the vast majority of the masterclasses include swatch booklets so that you can knit along with the class. And then you'll also have some other, what they look like in patterns, substitution. It kind of depends on the class that you're doing and how well they all work. Then here, obviously, we have the 3 different types of short rows and how they relate to garter stitch and stocking stitch. In this case, any live Q&As are uploaded, and then we have a little bit of next steps. So this happens to be just this class. Double knitting again, same idea. You have the welcome, the swatches and the booklets, and then you have kind of things I would recommend that's already in Knit School so that you're ready for this class. If there's any pre-watching, it's all in Knit School. Core skills, and then cast-ons and cast-offs, etc., that work with double knitting. So all the classes have kind of, they vary a little bit because it depends on the technique that's being taught. And that's really it. That is everything all together in one place for Knit School. A question I get asked a lot is, are all the videos closed captioned? The vast majority are, and we're currently doing a bit of a cleanup to make sure any that we've missed are all closed captioned as well. And I'm also working very slowly through transcribing all of them so that there will be a transcription available to download for all of them, as well as the subtitles. The one thing I would say is that subtitling me, even though I do my best to speak more slowly, is a trick for some of the subtitling tools. So it takes us a little bit of time to go through the full transcription to make sure that it makes sense as well. But as I say to members, if you see something that's glaringly wrong, do let me know. Knit School runs on it runs by like mutual agreement. So I love to hear what people want, because there's no point of me just telling people what they want. And so that's it, my dears. If you fancy Knit School, the best way to come and join us is to visit the main page and become a member. And here on the member page, it'll talk to you about all the different things that we have, all of our things that are inside that we've just looked at. You can become a monthly or an annual member. All of the pricing is there. And then some of the masterclasses that you get. Oh, and these are some of the very kind things that people have said about Knit School. It's very nice. Oh, and a little bit about me. And then some questions if anybody wants them. So that's it, my dears. Thank you very much for joining me on this little tool. And I suggest you might visit us today and join Knit School.